Everyone's like, oh, look, here comes Pensy Joe bringing the Pennsylvania stuff because really test the LED in the headlight, but we'll take this shit quite well by all. Regular combination, she's all that Sheet at 10. Proceed to 15. Hey everybody, this is Pensy Joe back again for another Train Talks video. This is another unboxing video. This is the second unboxing video for March. It's a small one, small box today, nothing big, nothing too extravagant. Things are going to stay small for a while. Probably for the rest of the year, most of the time. We'll see what happens. I got a lot of stuff going on this year, so pretty much it's going to be really small stuff, probably in a box similar to this size or so for the rest of the year, besides maybe like two major like pre-orders being fulfilled this year, that being the Q2s and the RF-16s for the Paragon 4 Stealth Run, and same thing with the Q2s. I got pre-ordered 3 of those Q2 stealth engines, so we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, without further ado, let's open up this box and see what we got in here. I got the box cutter ready to go. Let's see how difficult this will be with one hand. Hopefully not that bad. It's a smaller box, so I can't like as easily as it was before. Let's see if that's enough to just open. So I got my Freight 400E, the black one. You can use the black 400E for anything else. Same with the gray one. I mean, I've seen people use them for Steven Gerrard, pulling Steven Gerrard sets, or like pulling freight trains as well. I don't know too much about the black and the gray 400Es. Usually when people think about the 400E, they think about the Blue Comet. So if anybody has any history about, I would like to see what catalogs used to look like, because when I see modern standard gauge, you can get 400E. I'll have to get some like MTH catalogs for standard gauge over the years, just to, well, maybe not just collect the catalogs, but see what they were like. I wonder if they reflected, because I was wondering, like, what did this come like in a set? Can you get this in a set, or is there like a set recommended to go with this engine? So that would be something cool. Alrighty, so we got some peanuts and some wrap. So let's see how we're gonna get this out. Hopefully it comes out nice and easy. Not spill everywhere. Oh, I got some peanuts. Okay, so here we are. Put that right there for now. And close up this box, move it. All that nonsense. And here we are. Stick it like this. Alrighty. So judging by the size, let's see what this is. I'm not going to fully judge it yet. Well, I guess I can unroll it apart. We got some wrapped in paper and some plastic wrap. This is kind of stuff you like usually put for food and stuff. Let's see. I have to say that the seller did a good job protecting this so far. We'll see. But bubble wrap and peanuts, they do a good job, especially if somebody's selling stuff without a box. Because that's how I got my Bachmann HOK4 was from a, it came with no box. It was wrapped up similar like this, except it didn't have all this, you know, kitchen grade stuff. Well, I might as well use the box cutter again. Let's see, where did I put that? I closed it again, so that wasted my time. So, yeah, I plan on doing a video about, I'll probably do it after this. I want to make a video about how to, you know, figure out, like, what the market can handle for used models. Because I guess some people are like, well, everything's so expensive, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if you want to figure out a way to gauge if something's priced right, I mean, I've said this multiple times, check sold listings, but perhaps maybe a video will probably help out to understand what I'm talking about. So, yeah, wow, this is, man, I must suck at this. And that's okay, I guess. Just doing it with one hand can be kind of a pain in the butt. Or maybe I need to work out. Probably that. That's probably the more likely reason. Let's go. There we go. Don't need that much. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can do the same thing on this side. Trying to get some space. Don't want to dig into the paper wrap. I don't want to do that. Because we'll see why we don't want to do that. Because what's under here is basically that's it. It's making a lot of tingling sounds. There we go. Alrighty. One more. Can we just cut it? Oh, no, we don't have to. Alright, so let's take the paper apart. So let's unwrap the paper and see what we got here. Obviously, it's shaking around. Alrighty. And if you haven't guessed, you probably know what it is. There we go. Yep. You know, some people are like, what the heck, more standard gauge? I'm like, yep, more standard gauge. This is a cattle car. Oh, it's cool. It can open on either way. I like it when stuff opens or moves or does something. Really cool. Slides back and forth. All that stuff. Let's move this out of the way. I got this for like less than $50, and I think I did a good job with this. Less than $50 got me a rather close to mint car. I don't see any major scratches or anything on here. Yeah, standard gauge freight cars are a fair price in my opinion. I mean, O gauge past of like freight cars are about $50 or more now. I mean, if you wanted to get die-cast freight cars in the early 2000s from like K-Line, for example, and you're an O gauger, you know that some of the hopper cars are like $50 a piece. Which, dinged that. Nope, nothing happened. But, well, that was something. So, obviously, this guy wrapped this really well. There's a little bit of a mark right here. It's not. I mean, here's the thing, guys. It's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal at all that there's like a small mark on these things. As long as it's not like completely trashed and there's like marks everywhere, like scratch marks and stuff, you know, yeah. But obviously on this video it looks more red than it actually is. This is more maroon or Tuscan kind of color. The roof is more Tuscan color than it shows right here. It's not as brightly red. He's got some nickel brake wheels and stuff, which is fine. I don't really care if it's all brass or some of it's nickel. This one's a little bit having a tough time. Let's put this in my lap. There we go. Well, actually, he did a good job how he kept the trucks from moving around. That's neat. Alright, and there we go. All that's done. The chucks are not sprung, but that's okay. Couplers are in fairly good condition. They're not really rusting out or anything like that, which is nice. Need a little bit of surface stuff, but that's okay. These couplers are rather small. This is a 200 series, so yeah, I guess it's just perspective, how I'm looking at it. And I have to bend these a little bit, make sure they're the right height. Yeah, this is a 200 series car, so this is the stuff that would work with, the 400E, maybe the 392E and the 408E. You could probably even use the 381E if you want to, and the 402E. I haven't seen MTH. I don't know. Anybody can tell me if MTH made the 402E, which is basically like a 408E, but without like the extra like marker lights or something like that. So maybe a little bit of lube would help do the squealing down a bit. Sounds like an old toy, which is pretty much what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure the tooling for this is, if not just the same as the original. Yeah, a reproduction is not that bad. If you want something that will roll nice and that looks rather pristine and whatnot, the reproductions are not that bad. I haven't heard any negative things about the reproductions, actually, so... Except it's not the original. But, yeah. These wheels, I wouldn't spin too much to break wheels, because they might scuff up the paint up here. So, I'm probably not going to play with those that much. But the doors, they seem fine. I don't see them scuffing the rails or anything. So, as long as you're just gently slide. And they slide nicely. So, that's pretty cool. And you can put, like, little figures of animals in there, like you can buy from the cheap ones that are plastic or rubber, and you can put them in there, or even dinosaur toys or whatever, like the old, non-accurate dinosaur toys and stuff you can put in there. So this is a number 213. Oh, there's a little bit of a, I don't know if this is like a crayon or what. That's okay. It's not a huge deal. So I got this for $50, okay? So I'm not going to entirely complain about it. And it's used, so... Actually, it looks like it's coming off. This is not the paint, not the cream paint, but the whatever red mark was on here. It's coming off if I, rub it with my finger. So that's cool. So, yeah. No mark there, actually. So it says 80,000 pounds, weight 30,000 pounds. So that's pretty cool. It says the capacity, both ends. Doesn't say if it's MTH, though. That's kind of strange. But this is definitely a reproduction, as it looks like. Yeah, it says MTH right here in the corner. And, yeah, I really like this. I think this is cool. It's a nice little addition for the 400E. Has the same large 200 series wheels. But yeah, if you want to get in the standard cage, you can do it rather cheaply. I mean, I got my Blue Comet here, and that's not the cheapest. Honestly, it's not the cheapest set. Unfortunately, the passenger cars, especially if you want them as a set, can go between a certain value, on eBay, as I discussed, in an earlier one. So you're an earlier unboxing this month, or if it was for February, I think. No, it was for March. So, yeah, certain sets cost more than others, unfortunately. And it's a shame, because I think the passenger cars are really some of the, bread and butter for standard gauge, especially when it comes to coaches that go for the Blue Comet or the state coaches. They're beautiful. And, they're pretty much worth like 4, freight cars. But, they always seem to be worth a lot more than the freight cars. Well, not in HO. HO, there can be between $10 to $20 more, depending if you're buying used from older runs or something like that. It really does depend, guys. It really does depend. That's just how the hobby is at times, You can't really gauge how things ought to be as much. rather than what the sold, what the mean of the sold listings for something is. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is a cute little, it's a cute little addition. If you want to get into standard gauge, buy freight cars. 400E freight 400E will probably go between $700 to $1,000. I got this for around $850. So, go ahead, look around. You can find the nice 400E, and that could be your most expensive engine, and that could be your primary buy. Or you can buy 385E. You can get the 500 series coaches for probably similar prices as these. You can do 392E. You can get a 408E. But you're going to need a locomotive, so that's probably going to always be your most expensive option when you're buying either passenger trains or freight trains in any scale, anyways. So, yeah, for freight car being $50, in standard gauge, which is ginormous compared to HO stuff, I say it's not a bad deal at all. Both of these were slightly under $50. That flat car with the wooden load was under $50. So was this, and they were pretty much mint condition, close to mint condition, or excellent condition, great condition. So I'll probably have to rub this down because it's got looks like some. I don't know what this is. Probably some fingerprint marks, but that's okay. I can easily dust that off, or use something that I usually use to clean my glasses. I can use that to wipe down the roof. So, yay! More to the standard gauge fleet. I don't usually say collection. I usually say fleet. So, without further ado, we can have the 400E run around with 2 freight cars. And, this is Pensy Joe signing out again for this another wonderful unboxing video. It's a small one. It's not going to be long. It's going to be rather short, even though 17 minutes is pretty quick and pretty long, I guess, to certain standards. Yeah, what are you going to do? Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in a future video where we talk about different things and for more future unboxing videos. Bye now.
Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and may he be remembered in the courts throughout the land. When his earthly race is over, let the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball.